Girls, why didn't you walk out of the school this morning?
Well, I didn't believe that there was enough people to walk out to really do any good. I mean, if there was enough people to walk out and show that the kids at Central are all not for this, that it might have done some good, but only just a few did. Besides, I didn't think it would really do the purpose. I mean, you could be suspended or something on that.
That's the same as I feel, and I didn't want to mess up on my studies like it's all cost. I've been out already a week, and I don't want to be out anymore and miss anything that I have to miss.
Well, that's why I didn't walk out, because I really didn't think there were enough kids that were going to walk out. And I believe that if they hadn't found out we were going to do it, more people would have walked out. But after they found out, kids more got scared than they would have otherwise.
How do you feel about having the 9 Negroes there?
Well, they really haven't done any harm to me, especially, but I'd rather have it not going to school with them. It doesn't seem like there's much that we can do right now.
If any of you talk with the Negroes?
Oh, and Jim, they've been very friendly to me, but we haven't discussed this problem. They just talk about their activities or something like that.
You mean some of the white children do talk to them?
Yes, and Jim, there are two Negro girls in my class, and we talk to them, but not about the problem at school.
Do you think this will go on indefinitely? Can it go on indefinitely?
Well, what do you mean just by that?
Well, can you continue your studies and get your homework done and pass your tests with troops and incidents? And
well, lately, with the guards standing outside the door and continually looking in the room to see if the Negro students are all right, well, it certainly upsets me, because I hear the footsteps or see someone peeping around, and I'll look up and get my mind off the work, and I just can't completely work.
You may have heard that some of the boys who walked out this morning came across the street and hung up an effigy of a Negro on a tree and set fire to it.
Yeah.
Right over here. Now, how do you feel about that?
I think that's all uncalled for.
It certainly is. I mean, you can bring about things without showing disorder like that. That shows that you're very immature if you can't discuss and do about problems without things like that.
Well, I hadn't even heard anything about it until you mentioned it then, but I don't believe it was necessary either. There should have been some other way that they could have shown that they didn't want them there.
Well, do you feel that the 9 Negroes are going to stay under the court order, or do you think they'll eventually be driven out?
The Negro students are going to stay for the reason that the Central students can't do anything about it.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like coal butter.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. We live.
We back too.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics. We're going to detailed dive, baby.
Deep
into politics.
detailed dive.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother, and this is Hoodview Politics.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you know we got a lot to rap about. We missed a week, so we got to back up, put this thing in reverse, and then go over some shit that we should have went over a week ago. But we back. Did you miss us?
Show. Welcome to everybody that love politics and love it from the hood point.
And need it from not just love it, but need it from a hood point of view.
That is a key point. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
happy Juneteenth to everybody out there for show. You know
right
what I'm
on.
saying, if you're not aware of what a Juneteenth is, you know what I'm saying, dog, we celebrating this. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's when
because of them Texican motherfuckers.
Yeah, nah, they finally gave up.
Right, they hid it for years and shit. And, you know, they knew the brothers and the sisters was free, but they just wasn't gonna tell them and shit. They got the telegram 2 years late.
That's not good.
Oh no, that was some funky shit. They should have burnt that funky bitch down.
It's not cute either.
Nah,
Juneteenth, baby.
right
Everybody
on.
around celebrating this drink. Now, I don't know. When you was coming up, was this a thing?
Nah, this is
know, yeah.
Juneteenth is something in the last few years. You know, coming
Hell
up, you know, that was one of them things, you know, they hid for
yeah,
years until, you know, somebody, you know, until it was bought, it was put in the spotlight. I ain't gonna say it was brought to light because it was always out there in the light, but then it got put into the spotlight. And I might be ignorant to the fact I didn't know till yesterday there was a federal holiday.
It is?
Yeah,
No, I ain't know that.
that was news to me. I'm like, damn.
Juneteenth.
Yeah, Juneteenth is a federal holiday.
Dang.
That one tripped me out, and we had to fight like hell to get Martin Luther King Day.
You best believe that one.
You know,
That was
Stevie Wonder went to work on that one.
Yeah, that was a fight we had to put up with.
Right, and still fighting. What is Arizona came around yet?
Yeah, that was motherfucking the nigga that died, that fool that died.
Shit, Arizona was acting like Texas.
The one that had the motherfucking what's his name? He had the daughter on TV and shit.
Who, McCain?
Yeah, him.
That little motherfucker.
He held that thing.
Oh yeah, the Maverick. Yeah,
motherfucker him. I expect the motherfuckers like him to do that shit too.
You know.
Then, but he did put what he do? He came in and passed Obamacare.
Yeah,
he tried to make up for that. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers, like, when they realize how dumb they was and what their thought process was, they be like, "Oh, I gotta make up for this before I die." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and the Obama bill came up. He ain't had to vote for that joint. His legacy would have been the fucking same.
What it was.
But, hold on. His legacy though would have been the same when he would vote against that. You feel me?
Who, McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He voted for it for a reason because he held up MLK joint, bro.
But see,
that went into his mental state.
That might got something to do with it. But I think what really happened though was at some point he realized in Arizona it was a significant black voting bloc that he couldn't alienate no longer. And then there was some white people that he could that was for it, that wanted that day off, and he couldn't hold it up no longer without fucking up his own career. That's what that was, because what was going to happen was, if he didn't relent, somebody was going to put out an ad about that shit. And that shit was going to be all over TV, all over radio, and he was going to have to answer that question. Why are you holding up?
Why
are you holding up Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King's birthday, being a federal holiday, being a holiday in the state of Arizona?
No excuse.
When it's a holiday, it's a federal holiday and a holiday in the other 49 states and the territories. So, you know, at some point he would have had an answer for that shit. And
plus, it's no excuse.
Right. And that was the problem.
That's all.
He would have had this answer for something for which there was no answer.
He said, ain't no answer.
Yeah.
That's no bullshit though.
He would have had to answer to something for which he would have had no answer for it. Why?
Yeah.
You don't believe in, you don't believe in civil rights. You don't believe in equal rights for all. You don't believe in what that man stood for and what that man fought for. You don't believe in all this. They'd have fried his ass.
ASAP too.
Oh yeah, they'd have fried his ass like chicken.
I don't know. It's the same thing with motherfucking what's his name? Trump. Bruh. My thing is, I put Trump aside for a minute. You got motherfucking Hunter Biden, right? Where he pleading. He just He's not saying guilty, right? It's like he's just saying
I said he was guilty.
he plead guilty. He not pleading guilty. He just taking a plea deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a different thing right there.
When you take a plea deal, you saying you're guilty.
True, not true.
Now, hey, I done took 2 of them.
You could take a plea deal and still say you're not guilty of that.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
Well,
you feel me?
It's 2 different kind of pleas. Let me break this down. You can take a regular plea deal where you are admitting guilt, which is what he did. He said, I'm guilty of not paying taxes. I'm guilty of lying on a gun application. And they have something else which is called an alpha plea, which he did not take. Now, alpha plea is where you plead guilty, but you saying it's basically what you saying is I'm not pleading guilty to this. I'm pleading guilty because there's enough evidence that I can't beat the charge.
Yeah, I'm not pleading guilty to this, but I'm just gonna pay the fine or do whatever to do what you want me to do to get this out the way, even though I'm not pleading guilty per se. You know what I'm saying? So he get them up. First of all, it's misdemeanors where he didn't file for, I think it was 17 and
he didn't file his taxes 15. For 2 years, and he lied on a gun application.
It's 2 misdemeanors.
It was some,
and then the gun joint is separate.
Yeah,
where he having a deal for that. Where that's not he's not supposed to have a gun. It's like it's certain laws that right in certain states really.
Now what it was
can't when you fill out the application for the guns, they ask you certain questions.
And his question was
is the drugs.
Yeah, was he drug addict or using drugs or whatever? Use drugs and
he was already in a motherfucking what's the name a program a few times.
So he said, "Nah, I ain't using. I did not use them drugs."
Now the state he was in don't allow the person that's on drugs to have guns, and he still possess one. So that's where he at with that, and he trying to plead a deal for that. That's the deal going on. But the misdemeanors is automatic. The tax joint you can't make no.
You ain't
deal
gonna beat that. Yeah, that's what I say. He just pleaded guilty. Yeah, I didn't pay taxes for 2 years. They ain't gonna do nothing but make him. He gonna plead guilty.
He already paid it.
He gonna pay it back. He paid like $2 million. God damn. He paid like $2 million. The gun shit, whatever they gonna do about that, and it's basically over with.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, Republicans. Yeah, man, I don't know if you've been watching TV. I mean, Fox or anything.
Yes,
lately.
I have.
Good God Almighty. They sitting there. All right, first of all, their argument is, first of all, he gets a lighter treatment. He gets no jail time, but Trump gets jail time.
Trump ain't got no jail time.
It's just like, what's the motherfucker, the Speaker of the House, McCarthy? He comes out and says, all right, this is abuse of power, where he gets a lenient sentence, but Trump. Why do you mix these two things up, bro? They 2 different cases.
For the same same reason they keep throwing Hillary out there. They keep throwing Hillary out there like, because they trying to get the focus somewhere. But look, no matter what y'all trying to do, the dude keep going on TV and admitting that he had the shit. He basically toast because he keep going on TV and admitting to what y'all say he didn't do. So the shit don't add up. Y'all saying he did nothing wrong. He's supposed to have the documents. No, he ain't supposed to have the documents. Y'all knew he wasn't. Y'all know damn well ain't no damn nuclear secrets, and especially about this country and other countries supposed to be packed away with his golf shirts and his golf shoes and his golf pants. That's bullshit. Y'all know this.
We talking about, let's make it clear to everybody listening. The man possessed it, right?
And he said he possessed it.
These, not just anything, army defense towards our motherfucking adversaries. First of all, the nuclear weapons programs. What do you need this for, Trump? Where you taking this to? Then he even took documents showing our defense towards these countries? What do you need that for?
Look,
can anybody answer that fucking question? Any Republican, any Trump lover.
They not
why
gonna
you need
answer.
that?
They gonna go. Well, Hillary had a server and Hillary had this.
Come on.
Okay, let's get one
Why
thing
you
straight.
need that?
Hillary turned the damn server over and they went through the server. Yeah, they found some shit in there that she wasn't supposed to be communicating about, but it wasn't no documents in there. She was having conversations about some shit she wasn't supposed to be having conversations about, but she turned the shit over. You talk about Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden had documents in his garage. When he found out, he let the people in, he turned the shit over. Same with Mike Pence. Whether you agree with some bitch or not. This dude, they knew he had it. They asked the man, can you return these documents? You're not supposed to be in possession of these documents. He keep talking about the Presidential Records Act. The Presidential Records Act says he's not supposed to have the documents. He has them. He's showing them off. He's doing this. They're not secure. Can we get the documents back? Then when it get to a point that they got to get a subpoena, and you don't get no damn subpoena all willy-nilly. You got the to get a subpoena, you has to motherfucking show cause and show proof why you need this subpoena to go up in this mofo's house to search for and get whatever you think that is in there. You can't just walk into and some judge and say, I need a subpoena. They're gonna tell you what you need a subpoena for. They're gonna ask you. Why you need me to sign off on y'all running up in this dude's house, going up in this people's house, and doing this, that, and the third? Because he has sensitive documents that he's not supposed to have. And guess what? Everything that they told that judge that was in there, they found.
And he hit him. Now this
we
right
got
here,
to that point yet.
This a Republican. Let's do what's this one?
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney expressed his feelings for this shit.
The country is going to go through tumult as a result of one thing. President Trump didn't turn over military documents when he was asked to do so. All he had to do was hand them in.
That's it.
All he had to do.
I'm sure his counsel told him, hand the documents in, particularly when the subpoena came. But for some reason, he decided not to. He held on to them. Why? That's the question. Why is the country going to have to go through all this angst and tumult? Why did he just turn the documents in?
That is the question.
Because he's an idiot.
Joe, it's Friday, June the 16th. A beautiful shot.
Question, baby.
Because he's an idiot.
Is why, bro?
Look,
when they asked for all this motherfucking, and then he didn't have one or two documents, bro.
He had hundreds.
He had boxes and Pacific shit.
He had
hundreds. He had dumbass. So somebody had to help him and told him specifically what to get. Right or wrong?
Right.
Everybody in America, even his voters, know he's not a motherfucker. Just know specifically what in the army he needs. You know what I'm saying, dog? What specific documents he need to look at. He don't know what the fuck he looking at.
This was the deal.
Somebody had to help him, bro.
This was the deal.
Somebody was like, "Hey,
this
bro,
is how he got it.
Get this for me. Get that for me, and I will pay you that." It's just that simple, bro.
This is how he got it. Whenever he needs information or he needs to see a file or whatever, blah blah blah, they got somebody they call him the record keeper or the record something. He tells them what he need. They go through the proper channels, bring him the documents. Now, it's no motherfucking limit on the time. Well, it is a limit per se, but as long as he feels as though he need the documents, he got the documents. But the documents and the files have to be returned, and this is in the law. And this is the law. The documents, the files, or whatever he has to be returned to the record archives by 12 noon, January 20th of whatever year, or every 4 to 8 years, whenever this bonehead is leaving office. So by the time the transfer of power is always January 20th of the following election, the presidential election. Every 4 to 8 years, this shit change. So you have to turn it in by that time. By the time that new president is sworn in. He didn't. He just packed the shit up and left. And we know that he left Washington, D.C. days before the inauguration because he was a sore loser and he didn't attend the inauguration. So he took these files long before they were supposed to be been turned in. Exactly. He had no thought, no issue of turning the shit in. He left. Everybody knows, and you can go back and check the record. The dude left. He left town days before the inauguration because he did not want to. He did not participate in a peaceful transfer of power. Mike Pence took his place. Mm-hmm. So he already knew the shit was there.
Boxes and boxes
and he talked about. And if it's true that the shit was packed with his golf shirts, with his golf equipment or golf pants, shoes, or whatever the fuck, he knew where the fuck they was at because he just told on himself that he put the shit there. So come on, and all these Republicans out here trying to throw a Jedi mind trick out there, talking about Hillary and Biden and this one and that one and servers, and one dumb motherfucker say, well, they was in the bathroom. Well, bathrooms have locks. Motherfucker, please. You sound about 10 karat dumb.
We at the point where it's no way in the fuck you keep calling these few people criminals that's been labeled criminals by the Republicans. Meanwhile, thousands and thousands of Republicans being locked the fuck up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. It just don't make sense.
And the thing about it is,
the main one of them all with 37 counts apiece from everywhere.
Look, every time you turn around, and look, I don't excuse nobody from doing dumb shit that do dumb shit. If you do dumb shit and you get caught, I don't know if fuck you did a Democrat or Republican. You know, you do some dumb shit, you get caught, and your ass get lit up. You got what you got coming. But every time you turn around, it's a Republican and some kind of, well, you got Trump in his document shit. You got countless Republicans taking bribes, and on corruption cases, and then you got so many Republicans. You just got one or two in the last week. They got hemmed up on some sex shit, and they stay getting hemmed up on sex shit.
That ain't good.
Nah, that ain't good.
That remind me. I'm looking at a motherfucking article where they got so many. Where they labeled and named the motherfucking clinic, the motherfuckers that's in the priesthood and all that. They exposed all of them. Man, if you look at, it's so many motherfuckers, bro, that's in the clergy, that's in the church, that's out there, motherfuckers, just pedophiles, my nigga.
You got some foul, filthy motherfuckers out here in this world today. And a lot of them is in office. Every time you turn around, and then it's this one did that, this one did that. Look, when the shit came out about Hillary's server, nobody excused Hillary. She had to answer for it. And and you didn't hear Democrats running around talking about it was a witch hunt. It was this, it was that. It was, and we know how y'all been after Hillary for years. But nobody stood up and said, well, she was supposed to have that server. And you know, well, at least her server got passcodes and shit like that. Nobody did that. They said Democrats stood up and said what it was. It was wrong. She shouldn't have had a server. She shouldn't have had a private server.
She just ain't had this much information in that server at all.
Right.
The much information he took and put in his
Right.
in his bathroom and all that shit, it ain't nowhere near that. She ain't had that type of information.
She didn't even have that type of
just nowhere
information
in
in
hell.
there. But she had discussions about
She wasn't even president. She couldn't
secret
even
shit.
have none of
Yeah.
that shit.
She has stuff about shit she was discussing in emails about shit she wasn't supposed to be discussing.
The fact
that was secret. Okay.
The
but
fact
that's different.
The fact she wasn't president.
Yeah.
I mean, this is even higher level. This above her. You can't even bring her up because she was just a Secretary of State.
Look,
this is the president.
But
so
still,
that's higher.
That's true. But look, you still got to go back and you look at how many motherfuckers that leak information, how many people that stole documents and been charged with treason.
Right.
What's that motherfucker overseas
that Trump's got? He can't go to jail. He can't go to jail.
He can go to he can go to jail, but they're not gonna lock an ex-president up. But you got motherfuckers out here.
Shit, yes, they will.
They ain't lock him up. It's too much. You got to go through too much shit to protect
you
him.
You saw a nigga that stole army, not only army shit that are defenses towards other countries, giving them.
That's my point.
Meaning if you give it to Russia, they know our defense against them. If you give it to Iran, they know our defense against them. What the fuck he need that for?
Look, when the motherfucker when the WikiLeaks case came, when that shit came out and that motherfucker on WikiLeaks leaked out all that shit, they was charging that motherfucker with treason. Trump got off light with some of the fucking charges that he got because there's been so many people in the past that got caught. They got caught with sensitive information, got the leaked sensitive information, got caught with shit for military secrets, then leaked military secrets, and more. And some that just had the shit in their possession and mishandled it.
Oh, yeah.
And got charges way worse than what Trump got.
But this is the second time he was indicted this year. We ain't even through the year yet.
Yeah, and he got two more coming.
Been indicted twice.
And he got at least two more coming.
You can't even name me how many times Hillary been indicted, bro.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. It's like you can label somebody something, right? But the reality is here. The proof is in the pudding.
Look.
Once you get indicted 2-3 times, you've been motherfucking impeached 2 times. It's like, bro, that's the proof. I don't give a fuck. You can't say it's Democrats doing that.
This is the long and the short of it, and from my view. Look, Hillary shouldn't be conducting country business, the business of the country on a private server. She was wrong. But when she was found out, okay, she turned that server over. They went through the shit, and they did find some shit, blah, blah, blah. But she cooperated.
Trump ignored a court order.
Right. When files was found in Biden's garage, which Biden's been a senator since the 70s. They found shit from way back when he was a senator. So some of that shit is at this point might be irrelevant. It's irrelevant. But yet he cooperated. He turned the files over. He allowed the people to come into his house and go through some of the stuff he donated to the college and whatever else. And he cooperated and allowed the people. Mike Pence, Trump's vice president, was found to have documents that he wasn't supposed to have. But what did he do? I got him. I turn him over. Y'all go through the rest of the shit. Make sure I don't have nothing else. And what happened? They dropped the charges on him. And he's not even going to be charged. Trump did the same thing. Trump did the same thing that Pence and Biden did. But when motherfuckers don't want to what motherfuckers arguing about is he didn't turn them over. All he had to do was give it back. And that's the whole argument here. All he had to do was say, here, come get it. When they called, when they sent the letter, when the people came out, knocked on the door and said, Mr. President, he said, President Trump, when you left office, you took some things that you took some files that are the property of the United States government. We need to get them files back because those are sensitive information that we don't want out, and that you wasn't supposed to take. All he had to do was say, "Okay, come in, no problem. Go through the stuff I got is here. Go through it, take out what you need, take out what you're looking for." It would have been over. You wouldn't even came to this. That is the fucking problem. But yet, when he gets indicted because he wants to hide the shit, because he's showing the shit, because he want to send the shit somewhere else. Y'all don't even know if y'all got all the documents back because he was sending shit out of Mar-a-Lago. But you want to defend them. Well, Hillary did this. Joe Biden did this. Okay, when they was caught up in a situation of doing something that they did something they weren't supposed to do, nobody defended them. Nobody went on MSNBC and CNN and with a whole bunch of propaganda talking about, well, this one did this and this one did that, and they had a right to do. No, he didn't have a right to do shit. He stole the fucking papers. He stole shit. He took shit that he wasn't supposed to take.
Stacks and racks
of
shit, bro.
So come on, don't
they
hit
already
me.
Hit
Miss me with that shit.
First of all, if he get hit with this joint discharge they gave him right here, Espionage Act also prohibits keeping national security information that could be used to injure the United States. He go to jail for that, bro.
Yeah.
You go to jail for that. Fuck what you heard. When you do shit like that will blow us up, they'll lock you up, bro. President or no president.
Yeah,
that's almost border. That's treason.
Yeah, I think
is treason.
I think that in the end, I don't really think he's gonna do jail time, but I think they're gonna bar him from running for office. He's not gonna do some shit
like that. He's not gonna say.
He's not gonna accept it.
He gonna keep running.
He gonna accept it. But the fact is, if he when he go to trial, because his dumb ass is going to trial. They already set the trial date for this August, but it's not going to be this August. It's going to be she said it for this August. It'll probably be next August before the election. I got it being before the election. But they're going to bar him from office. They're going to do all censor him and all this old other shit because the shit that he know, you can't put him in that environment, especially when you now have to
11,000 additional documents. 11,000. We ain't talking about just a few that fell up in your rest of your papers.
And I don't
11,000, nigga.
That type of you took that shit.
What the fuck? Look, and whoever helped him, they need to go with him, bro. Because he's not smart enough to even know what he looking for.
His dumbass valet or whoever it is, the dude that work with him that do all this shit is Gopher. Basically, his gopher got charged with him too. But look, it's gonna come down to this. This is what I think. The other dude, what's his name?
It was labeled top secret, motherfucker.
Man, some shit was
get around that.
Some shit was labeled that was only supposed to be seen by 5 eyes. It had 5 eyes. So it was this government. It was only 5 people in the world that could view that document.
For real.
So
he had the shit stashed in Mar-a-Lago. Man, we don't know that Russians ain't sent somebody to just take pictures of the shit.
We already
don't need the actual documents. They need to pull it out and take pictures.
We already know about the fake Chinese woman that went in there. That she went in for the fucking party or whatever the fuck, and they found out.
They probably gave her pictures
and they found out she was a Chinese spy.
She probably don't send back videos of the boxes of shit.
You, like I say, you don't know. But
exactly. See how he put us in a trick bag? That goes all the way back to 2016 when we was telling motherfuckers he's not supposed to be president. God damn it!
Yeah,
y'all goddamn man, he wasn't listening. This is the residue of that shit, bruh.
See, the nuke shit, and then where the nuke shit come in at. I don't worry about the codes because the codes are changed daily. So
it's not that. It's just like
You don't want other countries knowing
if he give away
where the fuck the nukes at, right?
You know how we defend. That's a problem.
You don't want other countries knowing where our nukes at and where we got them pointed at,
or how we defend if you do some jackass shit.
Right. Well, we already know how that's gonna go down.
So now we gotta
go all the way to the coming to
we
your
gotta
ass.
go all the way straight to the typical read now because we don't know what he told you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? The fuck, bro.
But you know, I believe all that. A lot of that shit been changed since they know them documents might be out there. So if a motherfucker's stupid enough to try something off of some shit y'all might have got out of Mar-a-Lago, that's gonna be your ass.
Yeah, they pretty much know what's in Mar-a-Lago now, and all that information is dead duck now.
Right, and then y'all,
but it's still information that's been got out though.
Right, because he showed shit.
It gives people an idea of what you're gonna do regardless.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So, like I say, he
need to be hung for this shit.
You just can't have shit. Some shit that you can't have out there. Because some of that shit was only supposed to have been read in a secure location. In the skiff. Where there's no radio transmission, there's no nothing.
None of that.
There's no nothing. Nothing goes in and nothing comes out. That's the only thing, and that's why you can't lock this dumb motherfucker up, because he been read in on so much shit that you don't know who the fuck you gonna lock him up with. That he won't blab shit all.
Yeah.
So
he the worst person.
So
I don't think we'll ever see another person in American history like this dude, bro. That would actually have so many people around America, no matter. He could actually shoot somebody at Fifth Avenue for real. And they will still, if he make it to the ballot, they're gonna still vote for him.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll ever see a motherfucking clown like this again. Now, Michael Jordan is a person, Oprah Winfrey is a person that's close, but not like this.
No.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Look, this is the point. I'm gonna break this one down. Since I'm gonna say since the 60s. Since the 60s at the latest, maybe the 70s, the racists, the misogynists, the whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call them, all the wild people that came up. These people haven't had a hero or somebody they could look up to since the civil rights era. And what do they always say? Trump fights for us. Trump fights for what we believe in. And we already know what they believe in. They're racist. They don't believe in women's rights. They don't believe in nobody's rights.
Meaning, if you're racist and you're about it, I don't care what you did. I'm voting for you because I need you to be president to do all the things I like in America. It's real simple.
Right. And it goes the same for the super rich, the mega rich in this country. They haven't had a president that will really basically give them what the fuck they want. Look, they haven't had a president that basically looked out for the rich since Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
So you got people.
I see what you're saying, where the racist is one part, but rich people is another part. You got to be careful with. I see what you're saying.
And you have people you have religious Christian right that don't believe that a woman should make choices about her own body. So then you had the anti-abortionists. They had people that tried, but you had finally got one that was stacked the Supreme Court in a way that got rid of Roe v. Wade. Mm-hmm. So all the people, that's why when you think about make America great again, And when he always talk about taking America back to a time, it's take America back to a time where bigotry was out in the open, women had no rights, and the mega rich ruled the country. No matter who the fuck the president was. If you had money, money equal unlimited power, and money gave you access to power. And that's why the rich people love him, because those who had money had access to him and would give him he would give them what they want. He didn't give a fuck about poor people. He gave a fuck about poor people in the way that Reagan gave a fuck about poor people in the 80s. So when people talk about make America great again, y'all have to look. Y'all have to listen to what they're saying. They want to go back to a time. They want to go back to the 50s. That's what they want to go back to, the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, exactly. You won't answer that question though.
Right. And you have to you have to read between the lines. Like I say it 1,000. I say it on here 1,000 times. Me and my man say this shit every week. Y'all have to learn how to read between the lines. Y'all need someone to decipher the dog whistle. And it's people like us. You got your people like your Roller Martins and people like that will tell you what's going on. Look, they want to strip. They got a fucking coon. They got a fucking coon on the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas. Hey, he wants to do away with affirmative action. He wants to do away with civil rights. And this dude black.
Yeah, he's going
this
along
dude blacker. He blacker than the ace of spades. Black as shit. Motherfucker is 1 minute to midnight black.
As y'all seen in the videos a couple podcasts before, he was a MLK lover and a motherfucker. He was in the civil rights movement. So he's a real switch up artist. Really don't know what's going on with him. He's real funny.
Right.
But his wife is a Tea Partier too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, he a Tea Partier too. You would tell when he was nominated, they pulled all his coonery out. All the freak shit he was doing. Look how many freaks they done put on the motherfucking Supreme Court. That Clarence Thomas, what's that one that was supposed to be raping bitches in college? They got like 2 or 3 Supreme Court justices that they done nominated that sex fiends.
Oh yeah.
But yet they'll tell a woman, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell a woman what to do with her body. And you can best believe they done knocked a few of them up and they didn't pay for a couple of abortions. Just like that hypocrite Herschel Walker. He got out here and he was anti-abortion this, anti-abortion that, and it goes against all his morals and this, that, and the third, and then found out that motherfucker was paying for abortions from coast to coast.
No bullshit though. All over the motherfucking place.
You know? So look, people, you gotta open your eyes.
Now, one thing about politics is funny as shit. We, as a fact, know that a racist pig, if he make it through the race of a Republican Party, he will win the Republican Party.
Oh yeah, he's gonna win it.
It's a shame that you can actually say that out your mouth that our party in America, there's only 2, will cuddle and vote for a racist. It's just a racist. I'm gonna leave that alone. A failed president is the second thing where he's impeached twice. Like,
look,
what are we doing, bro? Y'all can't find nobody else in the Republican Party and shit. It's crazy. As fuck.
Look, on the last podcast we did, we talked about the polls and Trump's lead. And you know, since all of this shit went down, the indictments and all this shit, the interview, and we didn't even talk about that interview last night. You know, his lead in widen.
That's what I say.
I'm telling you, nobody's not gonna.
It's because no matter what, he can shoot somebody for that.
Look, his floor.
I'm gonna still vote for him.
Look, his floor is half the party. That's it, half the fucking party.
Exactly. So what I mean, it's an automatic win if he stay alive and just keep going.
You can't look, if one person already has half the party and you got all these other people jumping in, splitting the other 50%, none of them can win.
At all.
None of them can win. DeSantis is the closest, and they keep talking about his main rival. The dude like 35 points ahead of this dude the last time I seen. And it's getting worse.
Sanchez been overstepped himself a long time ago when he started fucking with Disney. That's gonna go with racists and everybody in America like Disney. So you fuck that up. And his whole party is racist. They all in Florida. Yeah, if they're not agreeing with you doing with the that's why he stopped talking about it too much. So
but see, you
don't talk about it too much more.
You gotta understand this too. And this was the appeal to of Trump. You got to understand this. It's a culture war out here too.
And, fuck.
And
my nigga.
And that's where the motherfucking assault on Disney came from. There's assault on Disney came from the culture, the people that's waging
rights and all that stuff.
Yeah, the people that's waging the culture wars.
There's certain things that pass.
The war on woke,
on gay people,
on gay rights, and
that Disney stepped up and said they wasn't with that.
Right.
And ever since then, it's been downhill.
So
ASAP.
But Trump not going see Trump is a businessman. He's not gonna he know better than to go at Disney like that.
That's what I'm saying. But Sanchez, he already sunk his
stupid.
Shit. Yeah,
he was stupid. But he's
gonna drop out. I don't even think he announced.
But it's a section of the Republican Party that like what he did.
But that's Trump party, so he can forget it. That's my point.
Right. But it is a section of their party that like his assault on Disney. And the shit that Trump do. Trump does it in a different way, but he does the same shit.
No, they like the fact that he stood up because he didn't like gay rights and nothing.
Yeah.
But him to go on to now fight with Florida, I mean with Disney, that's they ain't with that rod right there. It's like you ain't have to do all that. They just trying to crumble. They talking about taking their motherfucking rights away. You know, anybody don't know that Disney got their own space in Florida where they make their own laws and all types of shit.
Yeah, so sort of like a Vatican.
Yeah, so and he shook that up, which is something in Florida I don't know what's going on there. I don't have nothing to do with that. But for him to do that because of gay rights and things you stepped up for in Disney, that's bullshit right there. And it shows his bigotry. But nobody's gonna out bigotry the bigotry of them all. The orange demon, bro. So if you're running in the Republican Party, you better automatically be a Bush Republican. Because anything else is a waste of fucking time. Well, if you try to be a motherfucking racist Republican, nah, you short. Pig Republican, nope, you short. You better be in the lane of the clean-cut Republican that just want to do things right.
I'll say this.
And roll your dice like that, bro.
I'll say this. As an out and out upfront bigot, you right. Ain't nobody gonna out bigot. Ain't nobody as a loud and proud bigot, you're not gonna out bigot Trump. But I'd rather, I'd rather had the bigot out there that I could see with this bastard coming, because you got people like Pence, DeSantis, who are undercover bigots, if you will. And them the bigots you really see.
They can hide it better than Trump. But that's
right. See, that's where the book ban came from. See, he was quietly trying to get certain books out of there until somebody exposed his ass.
That's lame shit to do. That right there is going to take a dent. People, especially in Florida, right? But they're not going to learn, even the white people. You need white kids to learn that history too. You don't, like, for example, bro,
look,
you'll be shocked if you go on this internet, bro, and find fucking racist kids, racist motherfuckers all over. It's like this motherfucking app called Monkey app, right? If you go on that motherfucking app, we talking about, bruh, if you love Trump, hey, anybody watch this right now, love Trump, that's your app.
Look.
Monkey app is for you, my nigga. Niggas like us going there, you're gonna see motherfuckers. Yeah, you're gonna see niggas with motherfuckers, the black, the shit on their face. You're gonna see white kids asking, can I say nigga? Can I get the pass to say nigga? Shit. All this wild ass shit going on the internet, bro. And you looking like, are y'all serious? They call you monkeys, all types of dumbass shit. Like,
no.
Hey, if you ask the motherfuckers, why you don't like black people? Oh, because you black. That's just it to them.
Look.
You black, you should be killing people. That's what these motherfuckers say. You should be killing each other. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is, bruh, if you go on the bottom dwells of the internet, it's so full of racists, bruh. Some of these apps, if you go on the apps, the live apps, if you go on them, racists all over the place, bruh. They even got their face with the black shit on it, with the red lips, the whole nine, my nigga. They all over the place. And some of them kids, they got masks on their face. They covering their face up now these days, too. The craziest shit, bruh. Wow.
I was watching.
I think me and you should motherfucking, what we should do is record me and you on these apps, these fucking racist apps. And Trump got one too. Go on there, join live, and just fucking troll these hunkies. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching.
Go through this thing and say, are you racist? And they're gonna have this big ass Trump sign back there. We just gonna like this. Light that ass up, nigga. Fuck around with you, bro. You racist. And some of them think, nah, I like Trump, but I'm not racist. Fuck you.
That's bullshit.
Fuck you, nigga. You racist, bro.
Look,
fuck that.
Like I say, a lot
no
of this
slivering out of this.
A lot of this shit started.
Fight the power.
A lot of this shit started when Obama got elected.
Black and empire.
And they couldn't just couldn't take it. That black man, this black.
That's my first time seeing people spit on politicians. Don't say y'all ain't do it, Tea Party motherfuckers.
Right.
You shot on my motherfucker that died. What's my man that died? He sat in the middle of the motherfucking joint for gun violence. My man sat there.
John Lewis.
John Lewis, nigga. Y'all spit on him, motherfuckers.
But see,
fuck wrong with y'all Tea Party. We're racists and bigots and Trump lovers now. Fuck wrong.
See, when Obama got elected, that's when it started. But they didn't have a spokesman till Trump came along.
True, it was just air.
Because
it was just out there. Tea Party meant what they meant, right?
Right.
Don't tread on me or some shit like that. Remember that shit?
And that Burford shit. And
the Burford thing made him the spokesman.
Yeah, because he was the spokesman for the birthless. And then,
no, it made him a spokesman for the racists.
Oh yeah.
So once he ran for president and said all Mexicans, he already had us covered. We was covered.
And then
we already knew he's racist against us.
Yeah.
But once he said, hey, you know what? All Mexicans are racists, rapists, and murderers and all types of drugs and whatever the fuck. That solidified them too.
And
you know
then
what I'm saying? Like, okay, that covered everybody then.
When he went to that motherfucking White House Correspondents' Dinner and Obama fried his ass. I mean, Obama fried his ass to the point
the legend
his
says,
face hit the ground, and that motherfucker he couldn't take it since.
But the legend says he only ran because of that. You know what I'm saying? That made him real. Yeah, he wanted to get Obama back.
But he wasn't. How you gonna get that man back? That man ran. Look, that man ran. He had
Black
two
power,
terms.
baby.
2 terms. He had his full 8 years.
Black power.
The full 8 years that the law allowed.
Black
And
power.
if he could have got 12 years and Trump would have ran against him, he would have smoked the fuck out of Trump.
Oh yeah. Now, that's what goddamn show. Now everybody know this motherfucking podcast is here to give you information, political for show. You know what I'm saying? But we here for our culture, baby.
Yeah.
And one thing we do is put a spotlight on Black women. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Something like that.
So each and every month is something we do. You know what I'm saying, dog? We grab a lady that motherfucking represents our culture. You know what I'm saying? The cocoa butter.
The cocoa butter. Black
lady. You know
pretty lady of the week.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Now, as y'all can see, that's the cocoa butter lady award of the week. And I'm going to hand it up to my man, the soul brother himself, to let you know and keep you informed on this Black lady of the week.
Our Black lady of the week is the new brand spanking new.
Yeah, who you got? Go ahead. You had sent that joint. I don't know. You probably got somebody else this time. Go ahead. Who? That's the joint you sent last time.
That ain't the joint I sent last time. Last time I sent Christian Welker.
Nah. Go ahead. Let me show you.
Yeah, we don't have to. We got a technical difficulty here. You know what?
Go on. Who you talking about? Go ahead.
You know what? I know what I want at. I think. Let me go check. Because we're going to get this correct. Tyreek Hill. Damn, we got so much shit up on here.
This is Juneteenth, baby.
Yes.
Freedom rings.
Yes.
Anybody don't know, we on motherfucking Twitch, Twitter, Facebook group, Holler at Your Boys, where we go into deep detail dive into politics. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Deep.
We give you the politics from a hood view for sure. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's each and every Tuesday night live. Now we do sneak in another night, and plus we're gonna ratchet it up anyway because the races are going on. We got Republican races going on, the Democrat race going on.
We got
it's about to
indictments
heat up
going
for
on.
sure. The thing's about to heat up for sure. We about to get in this thing for sure, bro.
I can't find that joint either.
Best believe it.
I can't find that joint either.
The joint you was gonna do?
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you who our Black lady of the week is.
Go ahead.
Because she's been going around this week fighting for women's rights, women's health rights, the right to choose. You know what we're gonna give it to this week? Our Vice President, Mrs. Kamala, Vice President, Black Lady of the Week, Harris. Because she has been quite busy.
Some
lately.
people don't want to hear you say that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, whether you don't even got to want to hear it said, but if you want to see it said, because she been doing things on gun violence.
What would you think of if Joe Biden would step aside and let her run? You think she can beat Trump?
No.
For real?
As we found out with Hillary, that is a large section of this country that's not ready for a woman. So you really would think they would be ready for a black woman?
I don't know, bro.
That's see, and it's a shame. And it's a shame that
no.
that sometimes you got to think like that. But
what I'm saying is, for example, all right, to me, Trump running against Biden is just going to be a squeaker again, right? It's going to be a close call, and we're going to be close to having a racist pig as our president, or might have him as a president. It's too close. But I think if Kamala was to run, it would give it juice like the Obama type shit. It'll give it a different juice. It won't be a stale where it's going to be close. It's going to be where she can go ahead and take it now. You know what I'm saying? There won't be a close thing. Right now, you got to agree with me. No matter what happens between now and then, it's going to be close at the end between Biden and Trump.
I don't think so.
Huh? What's going to think will happen?
I don't think so. Last time wasn't really close.
That's why we ain't never agree on that. Come think of it.
But I just think, look, at this point,
it's very close. And when it comes down to one or two states, that's close.
People. It's a lot of people out there. Look,
what was Wisconsin?
Trump lost.
It was Wisconsin and Pennsylvania last time. That's close.
Over these last few years, Trump has lost a lot of support, but he ain't gained no support.
Oh, no.
He's losing support, but he's not gaining support because he had way more than half the party in his pocket.
Let me ask you this: 70 million voted for him, right? If you was to take some of them out that they feel like they got duped or something, whatever the fuck, right? Do you think that he could still find another 30 million somewhere that didn't vote last time? They're just gonna vote for him regardless of who the other person is.
No, because
they're gonna vote for him because he's the racist. He represents whatever the fuck they need done. They're gonna vote for him. Can he find his voters, bro, to win the presidency?
Because this is the thing, and especially in politics. If I didn't vote for you 4 years ago, and you didn't do nothing but get worse, basically, you got more corrupt, you got more indictments, you did more stupid shit.
No, see.
How do you think you're gonna bring those people back? If people don't vote for you because they find fault with you. If people found fault with Trump in the last election and didn't vote for him, what can he do now that he got even more troubles and more faults that's sticking out? What can he do to bring those people back?
You gotta realize that they don't care about that. If he's still standing, you can still vote for him. He is the symbol of what they need. They don't care about if you catch him with a fucking bag of weed. You don't care about if you catch him squeezing a bitch ass. If he make it to the finish line when it's time for us to vote, I don't care. They're gonna vote for him.
But
that's just the bottom line.
That's the
my question is, can he get another 30 million of those voters who don't care about what the stuff that you saying about? Just bottom line, is he the fucking on the ballot? I'm voting for him. I don't care what charge he got.
But he already
got those people are there. Can he get 30 million more?
No, because it isn't 30 million more.
What?
Because if it was 30,
you don't think it's some more in the woods,
if it was 30 million more, he would have beat Biden handily. If it was 30 million more of those votes out there at the last election, he would still be president today. I don't think they out there.
Y'all like I say, now keep this in mind. Everybody remember the week before, he kept expressing to every one of his voters, do not mail shit in. Get there. Everybody remember that. Keep that in mind. So it's multiple millions and millions of motherfuckers that couldn't make it.
But
once he told them don't mail it, there was nothing they could do.
That was
y'all gotta always remember, it's plenty of white people that live in rural states that don't care about news or none of that shit. If that nigga on the ballot,
they're gonna vote for him. But that's his flaw.
And my thing is, can you find 30 million of those to put on top of your 70 million, maybe 60 million from last time.
It's not 30 million. I don't believe he don't have 30 million of those votes out there. His floor.
And plus the people that fake
the floor
too.
of those people.
Remember some of the black people gonna vote that don't know what they doing. You got some white people that gonna talk like they're not gonna vote for him, but hey, they're gonna hit them when they get in that box.
You got.
He gonna have millions of votes.
You got some that's gonna go in there and gonna say, do I want this dude representing me in this country for the next 4 years?
The black people that you know during this period of time that supported Trump, did they think anything different for so far?
No.
That's my point.
And most of them don't vote.
And that nigga told everybody he could shoot somebody in the Fifth Avenue, and guess what? These fool ass niggas will still vote for me. That nigga hit that in the nail, my nigga.
Oh, he said that.
He definitely hit that on the nail.
He said that.
So we haven't reached murder yet. Do you know do you understand what he said now? As a politician, we ain't nowhere near murder.
But see,
so you can stay with me long as I ain't at murder yet. Y'all good.
The thing about that is this. The dude, his numbers stay the same. So the people that is with him, them the people that is with him.
Can he find some more of those?
Not somewhere? In a general election. He can't. Because for one,
that's true. Can he get them out to vote? Can he get them out registered?
He can get them.
Can he get them registered? Just like us trying to get black people to register. There's plenty of those people out there right now. He can get to register.
No, he don't. It's not enough.
He can go to West Virginia right now. And a lot of people that didn't vote last time, he can get to vote right now if he get them to register, bro. If he sent his campaign in the rural states, West Virginia, Ohio, and just pull out those people that love him to death, didn't make it last time.
You got to understand.
Trust me, he just got to run a different campaign.
You got to understand this part. When you get to the rural states, the population is not that big. It's not that big as it is in the in major cities. When you get to the rural states, most of the people that vote in the rural areas, that's all of them. They vote. He got all them votes. All the votes he gonna get out of them rural states, he already got.
Yeah,
all them already in his pocket. But it isn't anymore because the population of those states, them rural states, is not that high.
Okay, so we can come in the regular states like a busy state like Chicago.
He's not
where
going to
he's
get
gonna have supporters that's not really saying anything, that own businesses, own construction companies, but really gonna vote for him once this shit hit the fan.
But the problem with that is,
remember all those people that got locked up that came actually to the fucking Capitol, own businesses.
Okay,
bro.
you talking. See,
they're business owners.
But you talking about Chicago. Trump can't win the whole Chicago. Chicago is a city. Chicago is not a state. You're talking about the state of Illinois. Chicago is the same.
Get those voters out.
Trump will get the rural areas around.
Thank you.
In Illinois.
In every state.
He gets it in Maryland.
Every state.
This state right here, this state we in is a perfect example. In Maryland, and you go across the bridge down to the eastern part of Maryland.
Oh man, he'll burn us up down there.
He gets it. All of that is his. All of that is red. Hold up. If you go down to the eastern part of Maryland, it's a lot of counties down there, and them counties are red. You go up to western Maryland, it's a lot of counties up in there are red. And that is Trump country. But what makes Maryland reliably blue is PG, Calvert, Anne Arundel, and Charles. That's where the population is at in this state.
Yeah.
And those 4 counties in Baltimore City, I forgot about that. Those 5 counties wipe out every other county in the state.
True.
And it's like like that in a lot of states.
Can he squeeze the juice out of every state of all the races everywhere and the people that would just vote for him but just because they love a Trump? Can he squeeze
He
all
can
that?
get- he can get all of that.
Another 30 million out.
He can get out
and make this thing tough.
He can get that.
That's
I'm
my
not saying
problem.
he
That's my
can't get
point.
that.
He can
But
make
the problem,
Biden and him tough.
but his
But can he do
problem
that
is,
against Camilla?
But
that's the difference. Where I don't see it. It wouldn't even be close if Camilla ran.
But the problem with that is Kamala is not that popular. She's not a very
Cool.
She's not that
Well, if she
popular.
run,
If she
we won't sit
run-
back saying it's gonna be a close one.
See,
you feel me? It's gonna be close.
I don't
with Biden.
think. I don't think
feel it.
she. I don't think at this point she can. She would beat him.
Plus the debates when you get Biden and Trump in there, it's gonna be fucking close at the end of this, bro.
Nah,
if you get Camilla and old ass Trump in there, what? Gonna blow his ass up out of here, bro. A black lady standing there saying, "Hey, America."
Like I said,
and then this redneck old motherfucker that got plenty of charges. Come on.
Hey, I feel you.
But if you put Biden there, it's gonna be close. Now you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be
we
a
already know
squeaker
Biden
again.
can beat him.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a squeaker.
And what? He got 70-some million votes.
Gonna be a squeaker.
Biden got more votes than that. So Biden has a floor too.
It's gonna be a squeaker for that ass.
And he's not gonna beat Biden in Michigan.
He can make Wisconsin close.
Yeah, but he can make Wisconsin close.
And Mike
he can make Wisconsin close.
What's the other joint?
He can make motherfucking
Indiana. All up in
Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana's iffy. Indiana can go either way. But he'll get, like I said, he'll get the middle of the country.
Missouri.
He'll get Kansas, he'll get the Dakotas, he'll get the middle of the country.
And make the race
because those states are rural and those states are white. He'll get the middle of the country.
I mean those.
But
that's my point. That's my question.
Not hit.
How many of those states can he get like you just like
you can look
just
at the map.
listening?
Just look at the map.
He get Vermont.
You won't get Vermont. Vermont is blue.
He can snatch these joints up.
Vermont is blue.
You don't sleep. Don't sleep.
He cannot get any state that's reliably blue. He will not get.
Him against Biden in that state.
He will not get.
Don't sleep.
He will not get. Come on.
If you make the guns a problem in that state, I guarantee you that'll be close.
Like I said, he done lost so much support. He gotta get so much back. And it's so much, it's so many, and it's so many, you gotta people.
Just for everybody taking all those charges for him alone, he ain't saying nothing about that yet.
You see,
he's getting his own charge.
He'll get them votes from rural states that don't have a lot of population. But when you get to the states that got a lot of population centers, they got big cities like Chicago, they got big cities like Los Angeles. That's how Obama did it. Obama didn't do it about winning a whole lot of
states. Oklahoma out to blow out there. If Oklahoma was to come out and blow out their normal win. If we go out these states and blow out his normal, which is going to happen. I already know what's going to happen.
But you got to understand this part.
Then that's what he's going to squeeze
get the vote.
States.
He can run numbers up in the
but that's going to squeeze Missouri. And that's going to do it right there. That's going to make it hard in these states to squeeze it to these states.
It's certain states he's going to run. Certain states he's going to run up the vote count. But it's still, if he's not switching the electoral college votes, he can't do it. Remember, he lost it. How many Republicans have lost the popular vote? That's the whole thing.
Hey, if you watch this right now,
Hillary got more votes.
Hoodviewpolitics, baby.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's how he beat Hillary.
He'll get more votes. But she gotta get these states that he can sneak out. It's going with his name, Missouri. Shit like that. You gotta go in there and battle with his bitch ass. In Pennsylvania, battle with his ass in there.
It's gonna come down to the states it's always coming down to. It's gonna come down to Michigan. It's going to come down to Pennsylvania. He's not going to beat Biden in Pennsylvania. He's not going to beat Biden in Michigan. They'll run up the motherfucking vote count, the Democrat vote count in Detroit. In Detroit alone, that's where the major population. Detroit, Lansing, couple more.
You'll beat the hell out of
And you gotta
Trump.
And this what you gotta understand too. And what people gotta understand. You got them states like that, they got a lot of colleges in it, they got a lot of college towns, and the young voters tend to vote Democrat.
Vote for.
So I got him whooping his ass again. Like I say, it wasn't that close to last time because he claimed that the victory he beat Hillary over, the margin he beat Hillary over, was a blowout, was a landslide. So, and it was the same margin of victory that he lost. So I guess that was a landslide too, according to his word.
But each and every Tuesday night live, we might sneak in another night. You never know. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. We appreciate it a whole lot. Hoodviewpolitics, HVP.
Yeah.
Bring you from the hood view point of view. You got something to say before we get out of here, baby?
Nope.
It's next Tuesday. We might sneak up on you. Everything heating up, baby. It's heating up, baby. I say, buy and step aside, left hand. You know what I'm saying, dog? We'll see.
I could buy and get 4 more years. Join Pamela, take over, get her 8.
That would take my kid into his 20 and I'd be good for it. You know what I'm saying, dog? All right, your boys.
That's
Hoodviewpolitics,
for
baby.
real. That's what's really going on, for real. Buy and get 4 more years.